I love talking to them, but as far as getting advice off them, especially if they've been cowboys, no.
Yeah.
They don't want you to be any better than they were, and they weren't any good anyway.
Yeah.
There's plenty of never was about I used to call them. They never was any good anyway. And then I hate to see it. I mean, I've heard them even today, oh, you young girl, yeah, you don't be riding that bloody thing, you get a better one than that. Or it'll only knock you around, you'll be no good later on. Well, they've been there, they thought they'd been there. They've been there for 1 year, but they've never been there and done it.
Yeah.
And they hold a lot of young people back. A young fella came in me about Rice this year. Well, actually his girlfriend come along, I didn't know, and she said, would you give my boyfriend a bit of advice? I said, what for? He said, well, he was in the bareback right now. He sort of worried about it, and they were telling him about the horse. I said, where is he? He's over the tent over there, and we'd like you to give him a bit of advice. Been watching you on television, somebody, you know. So, yeah. We're down. I said, what's wrong, mate? Well, he said, my uncle told me they're bad, these horses and all that. I said, you've ridden before? Oh, yeah. I said, well, you get yourself in that rig, and I said, you get over the shed, I'll be there. And you get on the horse. Yeah, but I said, well, don't you want to rodeo? I would rodeo. I said, well, either you do it or you don't do it. I said, forget about what they told you.
Yeah.
I said, you've got the ability. You'll get the ability, but you won't get here talking about frightened.
Yeah.
I said, it's only ordinary you get nervous, mate. We've all had nerves. Don't worry about that. But he said, I get nervous. I said, don't tell me. Man said he didn't have nerves. He got some of them broncs. You're a liar. Of course you get nerves. You get, the shakes is only for a couple of seconds. I said, just get on him and go for him. Anyway, she'd come out and run second.
There you go.
And a good kid, did a nice ride.
Yeah,
but he just needed some bit of a push.
Yeah.
I find a lot of the young fellas the same way. You see them this year, then you never see them again. Someone must talk them out of it, I think.
Yeah.
Well, they do.
Or it's just harder than they realise.
I think it's probably like the work I was saying, it's hard. It's hard to get into these days. Like
You've got to live it. If you really, it becomes an addiction where you live it. People ask me about learning to rope, and I say, look, it's hard. It's not easy, but it's worth it. It becomes.
Yeah, and then once you start, you can't stop. That's
it. You look for the second one.
Well, what's your memory, Wooker? You've been around a fair while too.
I wouldn't expect Bobby to remember this one, but we actually roped together at my first pro rodeo.
Did we?
Yeah.
Where at?
Lyndhurst.
I'll be bugging.
Would have been in the late 90s.
Did we get any money?
We did. We got fifth.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Funny thing you say, Lyndhurst. I was over one day. Who the rope was? Oh, Guy McPhee.
Yeah.
We got second.
Yep.
Anyway, that's okay. We got second. It was a bit of money. I don't know how much it was. So I go around to collect my money. Oh, no, Guy McPhee collected it. So I said, what? Hey, Guy, come here.
Yeah.
I said, all right, Bob, I'll give you tomorrow. I said, no, what? I want my money now. He ran second for both of us.
Yeah.
No,
they only ran a couple of years. They had a bit of trouble in the crowd, and 1 year big trouble in the crowd, and they never ran again. But it was a good rodeo.
That's a good little rodeo.
Yeah.
But they're getting stronger in rodeo now, much stronger than they were a few years ago. God, there's been some crowds at North this year.
Yeah. I think since the COVID, that the crowds have been unreal everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, they're knocking them back now.
And I've been to a couple. Went to Dungog there last year and talked up there and that. And there, I don't know how many thousands there were there, but you could not get one more person in that ground.
Yeah.
And huge for a small country town like that.
Yeah,
yeah. And the Tumbarumbas and Marouyas and when you go to the coastal ones and that sort of thing, the holiday type ones.
Yeah.
Crowds are amazing.
Yeah, well, Charter Towers, they had to close the gate at 4 o'clock. And the rodeo didn't start at 6, they closed at 4. So a number of people out here.
Yeah.
Another rodeo went to, where was it? Oh, I don't know where it was. Yeah, in Victoria, they closed the gate there at lunchtime.
I think we strike a day like this at Cooter this year.
You'll get a crowd here.
Yeah. Just
don't you? They're ready for this rodeo again.
Yeah.
Cooter, in the end, it's come a good rodeo town.
Yeah.
But you've got so many little towns around you, half an hour's drive.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to, they're looking for someone to run the national finals last year or year before. I said, well, look, be sensible. Run them at Wagga. Wagga's have said there were 300,000 people with an hour and a half drive.
Yep.
No, we'll run up there. Well, they're running up at Rockhampton, which is doing no good.
Yep.
Going backwards. So I don't know what they're going to do now.
We've had trouble with the finals. I mean, the Gold Coast we've been to, we've been to all of them. We thought it was going to set the world on fire. It didn't, but
Cooter had they've had 7 national finals, 6 in one World Series. They made money every time, made big money. Well, for a start, we had the Apex, Smith family and all them. Now, the Smith family, they got all the profit out of the barbecue, which run $8,000 and $10,000.
Yep.
Now, those homes that built there, just near the old service station there, as you come into town, little houses.
Yeah.
We built, Cootamundra Rodeo built 3 of them, just out of the rodeo alone, over so many years. They'd all come out of the rodeo.
Yep.
And then we furnished the old hospital, 1 floor of it, all rooms.
Yep.
Sacred Hospital, we did all the sitting rooms,
yep.
all out of the rodeo. All come out of the rodeo, and that was all cash. We never kept any money because we had each year the money lined up.
Yeah, well, we've got pretty high hopes for it here now. Like, we'd like to do well so we can put some money back in the community with it.
Well, all the Apex, and they did the gate. They got a big share of the gate. The Lions did they did the bar. We gave a big share of that.
Yeah, that makes it a community thing, doesn't it? Like, it's not just
it's
not just a rodeo club running the rodeo. It brings the community together.
Whole community.
And gives the town the rodeo, not just the committee. It makes the town the whole show. So that makes a difference when you organise things.
The only great thing about one thing about the rodeo, it was so successful. Everybody wanted to be on. So we had 47 on the committee, and the committee meeting used to be always on a Friday night.
Yeah.
Started 7:30. Well, they started drinking at 5. You imagine what went on in the room at 7:30.
Yeah.
There's more arguments and brawls I ever saw in my life. And then, if you voted for something, you had no chance at all, especially if you're up in the rodeo, because they sort of, he should be voting anyway. We're doing the vote, we run the rodeo. So you get done. But anyway, you battle it out and got it going and put up with all that garbage. But when they changed it over, I said, well, I've been 42 years in the rodeo. I said, if you're going to change from 8 parades of NBCRA or Bushy, I said, nothing against the Bushies. There's just as good a Cowboys did them. Just got a rodeo, but it's a different thing. I said, I'm out. So I walked out of it and left it alone. I said, the first year, you'll run off the back of the good rodeo, which they did. Second year, you go backwards. I said, the third year, you close. Exactly what happened. They just got hold of it. Now, tell you how silly they got in the end. We had slaughtermen on there, shearers, every walk of life, good people.
Yeah.
They wanted to kill a sheep out in the middle of the rodeo ground to show the public, hang on, the skin and all that. That's okay. So the shearers start up, right? We'll set up the board, we'll shear sheep out front. That's what we're going to do. That's what we want to do. And somebody else said, somebody goes, I said, you bad, the lot of you. And that's how it all started. So anyway, they put it to the vote. There's only 2 votes for ARRA, 45 votes for Bushies. So you can imagine where it went. So we had no hope at all.
That's probably the hard part about being on a committee. Like, as a competitor, you're trying to explain to people how it is, because you go you're somewhere every weekend and see what works and what doesn't work, and you try to explain it to them. You know, they got to look after it. Without competitors, there is no rodeo. And all they're thinking is, but we've got to get money from this or from money for that or money for that. And I said, well, I understand, but you got to look at it from someone that goes every weekend and sees what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah, that's quite right. A lot of committee people, like you're saying, from all walks of life, and they got the best interest at heart. Yeah, they do. And they've got nothing but the goodwill towards the whole rodeo and everything. But like I was saying, that they don't sort of realise just one year they're going to put a rodeo on, what goes into it from a competitor's point of view, and how it all rolls around.
Well, see, when you get 40 odd in the committee, and all hard working men, slaughtermen, shearers, fencers, and farmers, they just want their little view. They put their little point in, and if it doesn't come in, they get very upset about it. Yeah,
they do. They take it personal.
And they got no idea. You go and tell them, what happened the last rodeo. Oh, we don't hear about the last rodeo. This so-and-so buck. We don't care if they buck or not. They still had the same power as I had or you had. They could still vote. And that's what beat us a lot. And we had the big American coming up here one time. President, Vice President of America. They flew him in, he hoped, to the rodeo. And that's a hell of a little. Oh, bring the Yanks over to our rodeo. Why can't we get the Labor Party Prime Minister or some other Prime Minister to do it? Well, you bring this Yank come over and he brought thousands of people here. Because he had guards all around him. But the people just come and say, well, I can't think of his name. He died here about 5 years ago.
Don't know much about one of the cool things this year, Bob, about Coolangatta Rodeo in the team roping especially, is we're going to have you there, being Australia's or the world's oldest competing cowboy, and we're going to have Randon Mansell there. He's 9-year-old, and he's the youngest ever win an open team roping in Australia. Him and his dad won the open team rope a couple of weeks ago.
Good on.
So he's 9 years old.
Good him, yeah.
And he's going to be roping here, and you're going to be roping as well. So we're going to have the youngest Australian open team roping winner, and world's oldest cowboy.
Anyway, thank you.
That's going to be great, I reckon.
Anyway, work on yourselves. I mean, you fellas, you do lots of radios. Don't worry about me.
Oh, Bobby, you.
Oh well, it's all
we got a long way to go yet.
Yeah, but Jesus.
But is there? What would you like to see happen at Cooter, Bobby? Is there anything you'd like to see with the way the grounds are going? Or
I'd like to see this become an indoor arena.
Yep.
Which is possible to do it.